Hi, this is David with Froggy Software, and in this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the GravityStripe plugin, both basic and pro. GravityStripe is great if you want to use Gravity Forms to create a subscription management platform. The downfall with Gravity Forms right now in the Stripe add-on is that you have no way for your users to be able to control anything regarding their subscriptions. It's also much more difficult for you as an administrator to administer the canceling, upgrades, downgrades, things like that for the subscriptions created with Gravity Forms and Stripe. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Right now I'm on our demo site, gformsdemo.com. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go over there and play with it a little bit, see how it works yourself. And what I've already done is I have created demos or demo entries by clicking the add demo entry option. And on the pro version, you'll see that the difference between pro and free is that the basic or the basic version is that the only thing that can be done at the basic level is subscriptions can be viewed by your users, and then they have the opportunity to cancel those subscriptions manually if you give them the option to cancel on the dashboard in the settings area, and I'll show you that. So let's go ahead and jump over here to the pro features. And you'll see at the pro features, we have more features added. We still have the dashboard. They can still cancel their subscriptions. They can also update their card information, upgrade and downgrade their subscriptions to different subscription options, request a refund. And then this also integrates with the Stripe portal so they can go in there and actually change their credit card information, pause if you set it up in Stripe, pause their subscription and do things like that. We are soon going to be moving more into that Stripe portal, so even upgrading and downgrading will be able to be completed through the portal as well. On the admin feature side, we've got the list view of subscribers. You can obviously cancel their subscription from the dashboard. Immediate or delayed cancellation, meaning if you have a subscription where they should be able to maintain access or maintain the features of that subscription until the end of the cycle, then it will continue until the end, and then instead of renewing, it will go ahead and cancel at that renewal date, or you can cancel immediately. You can also auto cancel if a payment doesn't go through, and you can set the number of payments that you want to be able to allow to keep their subscription active. So if you want it to cancel immediately after one failed payment, it'll cancel. If you want to go into two failed payments, it'll do that and then cancel after that second one. You have the option in here to downgrade a subscriber after cancellation, which is great if you are giving them access to certain parts of your website. And then you also have the ability to issue full or partial refunds directly from the dashboard area. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like for your subscribers. Now, on this, I've got a subscription summer camp fee. The start date was July 10th. The renewal date is going to be July 16th. It runs at $75 per week, and right now the account is active, or the status is active. And then I can go over here and I can cancel this subscription, or I can update my card. If I update my card, that's going to open up the Stripe billing portal. And at this point, they can update their card information. They click the back button, that's just going to take them directly back to where they were. You also have the ability to add, this is added with a short code, so it's very easy to get this set up. You also have the ability to add a administrator view. So if you don't want to give somebody back-end access to the website, but they should still be able to log in and administer accounts for your subscription, then you could set this up also with a short code on one of your pages. And then they have the ability to go in and do whatever editing you want them to be able to do. Okay, so now let's go ahead and switch over and just take a look at the settings for GravityStripe. So this is for GravityStripe Pro. Again, remember the only settings that you'll have available for your basic version is the ability to select your cancellation type and then turn on whether or not the user can cancel. So are you going to give them the option to request cancellation? Are you going to give them the option to cancel immediately just by pushing a button? If I enable this, what that does is it will allow them to cancel the subscription automatically, or I can ask them to contact a site administrator, and then I can set a page in here. You could also do this if you want to send them to your cancellation policy page. Send them over to the cancellation policy, tell them what the policy is, and then have them send you an email to an email address or whatever you choose. So you can choose any page on your website there. We're also going to go ahead and cancel their subscription automatically if it fails. I've got that enabled. And I've got that set currently to be able to try 2 failed attempts. And you can set your attempts inside of Stripe. It gives you the ability, they've got a default set, but you can go in there and change the frequency of those attempts. So right now I've got that set to 2 attempts. You could downgrade the role after cancellation. So if they are an administrator or let's say a contributor, I can downgrade them to just a subscriber or something lesser. I'm going to enable refunds, or I could turn that off. Now what that does is on the front end, it gives them the ability to ask for a refund. Okay. Now if they do ask for a refund, you can enable that page. So that, and that's if you want them to ask for it. If you turn that off, what it's going to do is just refund the latest payment. If you turn that on, then you can set this to one of your form pages and they can request a refund by that form. Enable order pop-up mainly applies to your single transactions so that they can click on it and view the transaction. Enable credit card details. I can turn that on, which will turn on that option in that list of available subscription settings within their dashboard. I can enable subscription update, upgrade, downgrade, and then also enter my URLs for those upgrade and downgrade forms. Now, the way that this works is you can have them go to the same form. If you've got 3 different plan options, you could send them right back to that. Or you could have a form specifically for upgraders and a form specifically for downgraders from this point that are just in private pages so that they can't be searched and nobody else can get there. And you can turn those on and off. And then of course you've got your last setting, which is enable Stripe portal editing, which you saw earlier. So I can turn all these things on and off on this page. Once I'm done with those settings, I'm going to save it, go into my page itself, and if you go over to GravityStripe, you'll see you have your subscriptions list here and your single transactions list. So as I said earlier, this does support single transactions of products as well as subscriptions. If I look at just my subscriptions, I can go in here, grab the short codes that I need as well for my users, as well as the front end subscription list for administrators. The only thing that you have to do is copy this and then replace it with whatever form ID or IDs you want that list to show up for. So for example, if I've got 2 different form options for my client or forms that my clients or subscribers are using, then I can put form ID 1, form ID 2, or whatever those form IDs are. If you're not sure where those are, just click on forms and then you'll see an ID option or an ID column, and that's what you'll add in there. So right now we have 2 users active on the site, and I can see these email addresses. I can see that it's active. I can see that this has been refunded. This was canceled on this date. This was refunded and canceled. And from here, I can do any of these options. If I'm going to refund this person, I could do a prorated refund. Now you see this is $20 per day. So right now they would be refunded $19.94. I could do a full refund of the current cycle, which would be $20, or I could do a custom refund if I just wanted to refund them $10. And then click refund. Once you click refund, it's going to go ahead and cancel their account as well. I also have the option to view the order, which I showed you earlier. Sorry for that phone. I have the option to cancel the order, which I showed you earlier, or excuse me, view the order, which I showed you earlier. And then your users will also have that same option to view the order. I can upgrade or downgrade them from this page, except at this level, if they have not saved their card information in Stripe, you won't be able to do this. You can update their card information if they sent it to you. As I said, I can refund them, and then you can also edit their subscription inside of the Stripe portal. So that's it. That's GravityStripe in a nutshell. It gives you the ability to create that front end dashboard for your users, for your subscribers, where they can administer their own accounts, and then gives you some other options as administrators to be able to administer your users for your subscription services or plans. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at support@frogeatflysoftware.com.